And while Republic TV was the first channel to tell you how the Malaysian government is divided over its stand on Zakir Naik, Malaysian Prime Minister's move to shield Zakir Naik has divided the Malaysian government. In fact, the latest is that the Minister of Human Resources has released a statement saying that Zakir Naik was discussed during their cabinet meeting and said that one man cannot decide the whole matter. Let's listen in to this reaction.
Tak selalunya terpaksa ikut kehendak orang lain. Kita kena tentukan sebab-sebab yang kita respon kepada mana-mana desakan, sama ada dia mengikut undang-undang ataupun tidak. Kalau tidak.
And Aditya Rajkol, our associate editor, joining us on the phone line. Aditya, that's a big statement coming in, and this just shows how there is a divide within Malaysia, within the Malaysian government on Zakir Naik. What more changes could this lead to in terms of extraditing Zakir Naik back?
That's right, Suesha. There seems to be a division and a rebellion brewing within the Malaysian government on the issue of Zakir Naik, the hate preacher, and the extradition request that India has sent out. At least 3 ministers now have raised the issue in the cabinet meeting. In fact, I spoke to one of the ministers, M. Kula Singharan. The other two, of course, Govind Singh Dev and Xavier Jayakumar. These are ministers, of course, of Indian origin as well, who have raised this important issue and said that it's absolutely necessary that, Malaysia take a firm and logical legal call on Zakir Naik. The biggest statement is that when these 3 ministers say that there cannot be one man who decides the fate of this hate preacher, Zakir Naik. In a way, they mean the Prime Minister cannot single-handedly take a call on this. There needs to be a consensus on this issue. Also, Kuras Sengkaran continues to say in the statement that when he's in India, he will try to establish contact with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Indian leadership and take a call on this issue. Remember, at least on 2 occasions, the Malaysian Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad has come forward and backed Zakir Naik and said that deportation is out of question. And now for the first time, Republic TV breaking details of how there's a rebellion brewing within the Malaysian government. At least 3 ministers, that also includes the Human Resources Minister, who Republic TV has also spoken to, has in fact now come out and raised the issue in the cabinet meeting and said that the law needs to take its own course. It's not one individual, which is the Prime Minister, but instead the courts and the legal formalities that will decide the fate of Zakir Naik.
Right, Aditya, will play out that reaction as well. But for now, I'd like to also know from you that considering these kind of newer statements that are coming in from Malaysia, how is the Indian government now going to take forth this process in terms of extraditing and getting back Zakir Naik?
Well, it is a Herculean task before the Indian government. It's a major challenge, certainly, but the Indian agencies have been saying that the recent statements from Malaysia are not really a setback. It is a process that needs to be followed. On the other hand, the Ministry of External Affairs also indicating yesterday, Ravish Kumar in his weekly briefing said that India has already put up a request in January this year and furthermore are waiting for a positive response from Malaysia.
Right, Aditya Rajkol, our associate editor, breaking down those details for us. Republic TV first told you how the Malaysian government was divided on their stand on Zakir Naik. We have more reactions coming in from Malaysia. Let's listen in.
My position and this perkara ini dibangkitkan dalam kabinet, mesyuarat kabinet semalam. Kepada saya, kita kena ikut peruntukan undang-undang. We have to follow the rule of law. And as far as we are concerned, India has stated that they have a case. And I think what has to be done is India has to put forward its case. And of course, as government, once a case is put forward, then that case has to be considered in making a decision as to whether or not he should be sent back or not. That is the position that I take, and I think this is what we discussed in the cabinet yesterday. So, of course, again, follow the rule of law. And as far as the rule of law is concerned, the position is that if there is a case made out by any other country for anyone, not just Zakir Naik, then of course the government should act accordingly. Terima kasih.
And like you heard, that's the statement coming in from Malaysia. The rule of law needs to be followed. Our associate editor, Aditya Rajgol, continues to stay with us on the phone line. Aditya, that's a big statement coming in, which could have massive ramifications, especially in favor of India. But talking right now of how things are brewing within Malaysia, with the kind of equation that is there between these ministers, how do you now see things moving?
Well, there has always been the sentiment within Malaysia in the particular segment that Zakir Naik cannot stay there. Of course, the residency status, the permanent residency status has been given to him by the previous government, but there's a section of the government, let's remember it's a coalition government, and a section of the government is not ready to accommodate Zakir Naik. So that's why there are these statements that have been coming in time and again. We had the deputy minister earlier also speak to Republic TV and indicate the same. But this statement is important because it's not a small statement. It's a press statement that has been issued by at least 3 ministers, including Kula Singharan and Govind Singh Dev and Xavier Jayakumar. So it indicates that the government is divided on the issue of Zakir Naik in Malaysia, whether the Prime Minister may repeatedly say that Zakir Naik's deportation may not happen, but finally it's the legal course of action that will follow. Let's remember also that extradition is already in place, extradition treaty between India and Malaysia.
Right.
And Malaysia is also duty-bound to abide it necessarily, because India has made evidence very clear to Malaysia of not just hate preachings, but the charges that are slapped against this hate preacher, Zakir Naik. It's a big statement breaking first this morning on Republic TV. At least 3 ministers of Malaysian government have raised the issue in the cabinet on Zakir Naik and are rebelling against the Prime Minister.
Right, Aditya Rajgol, our associate editor, breaking down those details for us exclusively on Republic. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.